Hello everyone, welcome to Arth IAS. Dear student, in this lecture we are going to discuss very important concept regarding money bill, financial bill category 1 and category 2. Watch this video till end and trust me, each and every kind of doubt that you have till date will be clarified and you will feel confidence after watching this video. What happened that even some standard books have committed or created some kind of doubts in the minds of young aspirants. So here in this video, I am going to clear your doubt. So let's start. As I told you that we are discussing money bill, financial bill category 1, or you can also call it financial bill category A, financial bill category 2 or category B. You can use the word interchangeably. Right? So first we will see what is money bill. As you would be knowing, the definition of money bill is given under article 110 clause 1 and 6 subclauses from A to F. Right? So see these subclauses or the definition of money bill one by one. So first says under article 110, a bill is deemed to be a money bill if it contains only provisions dealing with all or any of the following matters. So all or any, right? So 6 subclauses have been given here. If any bill contains any of the matter or all of the matter, then that bill is known as money bill. So first, let's see one by one. First says, we will see or study like that any bill which includes provisions regarding imposition, abolition, remission, alteration, regulation of any tax. So any tax, whether it is direct or indirect tax. So any bill which has provision regarding abolition, alteration, imposition, right, of any kind of tax, then such bill is known as money bill under article 110 and it is subclause A. Right? Next, subclause B says the regulation of borrowings of money by the government. You do know the government of India borrows at state level. State government also borrows, but at union level, government of India borrows. Right? So any bill that includes provisions or matters related with borrowings of money of the government, then such bill is also comes under or also known as money bill. Next, custody of consolidated fund or contingency fund of India. Right? The payment of monies into or withdrawal of monies from any such fund. So simple, in simple terms, let me make it simple, that any money that is withdrawn or paid from consolidated fund of India or contingency fund of India. You do know that 3 types of fund: public fund, all these are public fund, consolidated fund of India, contingency fund of India and public account of India. I hope you would be knowing the difference between 3. Right? So in simple terms, I would like to that, for example, salaries of all MPs, ministers, judges of Supreme Court and other constitutional bodies, their chairman or members are paid from this fund. Right? Contingency fund generally for emergency purposes. So any bill that has provision related with custody of consolidated fund or contingency fund of India, then such bill also comes under the definition of money bill. Next, the appropriation of monies. Right? Appropriation of monies out of the consolidated fund of India. Listen, as I told you, these 3 are public fund. So any kind of appropriation of money that is related with consolidated fund, such bill also comes under the definition of money bill. Next, declaring of any expenditure charged on consolidated fund of India or increasing of the amount of any such expenditure. In whether you are charging, means whether government is charging any expenditure on consolidated fund of India or whether the expenditure is being increased. Being increased means, for example, the government has introduced a bill which proposes or which has proposal to increase the salaries of MPs. Then such bill will be known as money bill, because it increases the amount of expenditure from Consolidated Fund of India. Salaries of MPs are charged on Consolidated Fund of India. Simple. Next, the receipt of money on account of Consolidated Fund of India or public account of India. Right? Already I told you three public funds: Consolidated Fund of India, Contingency Fund of India, and public account of India. Right? Or the custody or issue of such money or audit of accounts of union or a state. Right? Simple. So this bill, right, or a bill which proposes such matter will also come under the definition of money bill. And lastly, any matter incidental to any of the matter is specified in the sub clauses A to F. So simply, right, so simply you should remember that a bill which includes provisions from subclause A to F, whether any provision, whether only one provision, any of them, or all of the provision, then such bill will be known as money bill. Simple. Whether a bill is including any matter or all of the matters, then such bill will be called as or known as money bill. Right? Now, some notable things you should know about money bill. Right? First, it requires prior recommendation of the president. Very important. Right? No money bill can be introduced in the Lok Sabha without prior recommendation of the president. Means prior recommendation of the president is must. First. Second, it can be introduced only in the Lok Sabha. Right? Why introduced only in the Lok Sabha? Listen, money bill deals with public money, right? Public funds, and public money, or the constitution gives power to the executive to control the public money. And why it is introduced only in Lok Sabha? Because Lok Sabha represents whom? Only people of India. Rajya Sabha represents state. Lok Sabha represents people of India. So, in case of money bill, as money bill deals with public money, public funds, Lok Sabha has been given more power as comparison to Rajya Sabha. Right? That's why it can be introduced only in Lok Sabha. And these two important points you should remember. And these two important points have not been written in or under Article 110. Then where it is written? It is written under, you should remember, under Article 117 clause 1. Right? 2. For a money bill, 2 prior conditions should be fulfilled. First, prior recommendation of the president is required. Second, it can be introduced only in the Lok Sabha. Why only in the Lok Sabha? Because it deals with public money and Lok Sabha represents people of India. Right? And where it is written? Written in or written under Article 117 clause 1. Next, generally, here you should focus. What some standard books have done, that they have clearly written that it can be introduced only, means money bill can be introduced only in the Lok Sabha, only by the minister, not private member. They have clearly written, but there is, or they have created confusion among young minds of aspirants. Right? You should be very clear. Right? I'll tell you. We will discuss this question in very detail, and even sometimes aspirants raise this question that whether a money bill can be introduced in the Lok Sabha, right, by a private member. The answer is yes. A money bill can be introduced by a private member, but only in Lok Sabha. We will see all these things in detail. Simply you should remember. That's why I have used the term generally, not only. Right? Why generally? Because as I told you that the executive has been given power by the constitution to control public money. That's why convention, the executive means the government or ministers, introduces money bill in the Lok Sabha. So generally it is a government bill. Government bill means any bill which is introduced by a minister, then it is known as government bill. Private bill or private member bill which is introduced by non-ministerial MP. Any bill means any MP who is not minister. If he introduces any bill, then such bill is known as private member bill. Again, introduced by a minister. I have not used, listen, I have not used anywhere the term only. I have used the term generally. We will discuss this question in very detail. I will give you proof that why I am telling you this. Till date you have read that it can be introduced, money bill can be introduced in the Lok Sabha only by a minister. But I have told you that be very confident, be very firm that it can be introduced by a private member. Why? Because nowhere in the constitution, you can go and check the whole constitution, nowhere in the constitution it is written that it can be introduced by a minister only. It simply says two things: prior recommendation of the president is required, and second, it can be introduced only in the Lok Sabha. Right? Next, no provision of joint sitting regarding money bill. Why? Because as already I told you that Lok Sabha has upper hand or monopoly in case of money bill. So no case or no chance of deadlock. In case of money bill, Rajya Sabha is just a delaying chamber. It can delay the money bill maximum 14 days. After that, it is deemed to be passed by the Rajya Sabha. Right? So Rajya Sabha is, in case of money bill, Rajya Sabha is just a delaying chamber. Next, certification by the Lok Sabha speaker. Yes, this is also very important. Means whether a bill is money bill or not, it is certified by the speaker of Lok Sabha, and his decision is final. His decision is final means even his decision cannot be challenged in the court of law, even in the Supreme Court. And that's why sometimes his decision is criticized. Take example of Aadhaar Bill 2016. But you should simply remember that whether means a money bill has to be certified by the Lok Sabha speaker, and his decision is final, cannot be challenged in any court of law. Next, Rajya Sabha cannot amend or reject money bill, and as I told you that it is simply a delaying chamber, and it can delay the money bill maximum 14 days. After that, it is, if it is pending in the Rajya Sabha, then it is deemed to be passed by the Rajya Sabha. So Lok Sabha in case of money bill is more powerful than Rajya Sabha. Now coming to the main question, right? That can a private member introduce a money bill? Right? As I told you that till date you have read no, but just relearn, right? Unlearn that and relearn. Relearn what? Yes, a private member can introduce a money bill. Why? I will give you proof. As I told you that only two prior conditions are required. First, prior recommendation of the president is required. Second, it can be introduced only in the Lok Sabha. Nowhere in the constitution it is written that a money bill cannot be introduced by a private member. Nowhere in the constitution. You can go and check. Now, I will show you some examples which I have taken directly from Lok Sabha's website. I will give the link in the description box. You can go and check. Right? These are not self-made or I have referred any book. I have directly taken. Right? Again, I am telling you that I have directly taken these examples from Lok Sabha's website. You can go and check. Link is given in the description box. So, first bill, the Supreme Court of India establishment of a permanent bench at Hyderabad Bill 2023. This was introduced as a money bill. Right? It is written there in Lok Sabha's website as categorized as private member bill and again a money bill. Though it was lapsed. Listen, what happens that generally there is very less chance that a private member bill, whether it is money bill or any other ordinary bill, will be passed by the house or houses. right? Because government has majority, ruling government has majority. And again here, as you do know, two conditions should be fulfilled. Even a private member is introducing a money bill, he also has to fulfill that condition. Means he requires prior recommendation of the president. And how he will get the prior recommendation of the president? Through the secretariat, right? Through the secretariat. For example, this bill is related with generally law ministry, so here the secretariat of that ministry will channelize this bill to the president, and it depends on the president whether he can give or not give his recommendation. Why? Because the president acts on the advice of the council of ministers. As such bills were given prior recommendation or recommendation by the president, that's why they were introduced in the Lok Sabha, no, as a money bill, right? And you can clearly, when you will open the Lok Sabha's website, you can clearly find the or mention of these bills, and they have been categorized under private member bill, and in brackets it is written as money bill. Next money bill, which was presented by a private member, right, introduced. So Food Safety and Standards Amendment Bill 2020-22, that was introduced also as a money bill, right? And when you will open that document, means that bill, no, you will find the name of the MP, not the name of any minister, right? Check the PDF of this bill, you will find at the top the name of the MP who has introduced or who had introduced such bill as money bill. Next, special financial assistance to the state of West Bengal bill 2014, also it was introduced as money bill. Again, income tax amendment bill 2000, also introduced as money bill by a private member. And so many examples are there, right? So it is quite clear, and just be very firm, very clear, that a private member can introduce a money bill. Why? Because the constitution does not prohibit a private member from introducing a money bill. And we have so many examples. I have taken only 4 examples. We have so many examples in the Lok Sabha's website. Go and check, right? So just clear your doubt, right? If in upcoming exam, if the statement comes that a money bill can be introduced by a private member, your answer should be yes. Forget about those books or what you have read, because I am giving you the proof. Link is given in the description box. Next, again, students have some confusion, right, regarding this concept of also finance bill and financial bill, right? And sometimes they use the term interchangeably, just like polity and politics, right? I have seen so many students that they use the term polity and politics interchangeably. In the same manner, most of you or most of many students I have heard that they use the term finance bill and financial bill interchangeably, right? So be very clear again, right? So what is finance bill? First, finance bill, financial bill. Listen, as comparison to financial bill, finance bill has very limited scope. Very limited scope means it is, first you should know, it is always specific to budget. Specific to budget. Every year, a finance bill is introduced along with budget. And you would be knowing that the constitution does not uses the term budget. It uses the term annual financial statement under article 112. So first you should know that finance bill has very limited scope. It is always specific to a budget. And second thing, it is also a money bill. Also a money bill. Why money bill? Take example. For example, finance bill. Finance bill 2020-25, which was introduced along with budget 2025-2026. So every year finance bill is introduced what with new tax slabs. New tax slabs means new tax rates. Right? This is about finance bill. Now another question arises. Right? What is financial bill? So simply you do know financial bill. The Indian Constitution uses the technical term financial bill and it has wider approach. Why wider approach? Because the Indian Constitution includes three types of bill under financial bill. What are they? First, money bill. Second, finance bill category 1 or A. You can use both the terms. The finance bill category 1 or category A. Second, finance bill category 2 or category B. So you can see that as comparison to finance bill, financial bill has wider, or you can say it is an umbrella term. It includes money bill, financial bill category 1, financial bill category 2 or category B. Now next question arises. Can we call finance bill as financial bill? Obviously yes. Why? Because finance bill is also a money bill, and money bill comes under the ambit of financial bill. So finance bill is also a kind of financial bill. Next, can we call financial bill as a finance bill? No. Right? Simple. And again, a money bill is also a financial bill. So finance bill and money bill are also financial bill. But financial bill is not money bill, or financial bill is not finance bill. They are very limited scope. Very limited scope. Right? These two, finance bill category 1 and finance bill category 2. Finance bill category 1 says under article 117, right? 117 clause 1 simply says any bill means that has provision related with money bill plus any other matter. So simply money bill plus other matter. Then it is finance bill category 1 or category A. Finance bill category 2, it includes expenditure. Any bill that includes expenditure out of consolidated fund of India but is not a money bill. But is not a money bill. For example, the government has launched a new scheme. So launching a scheme means what? It will raise burden or it requires money from consolidated fund of India, but it is not a money bill. Right? And financial bill category 2 is treated as just like any other ordinary bill. We will see the differences in very detail. So coming to the main point. So as I told you and already explained, just I will read for you. Finance bill is specific to budget and it is presented in fulfillment of requirement of article 110 clause 1 subclause A. Because as I told you, finance bill is related with what? New tax slab and category article 110 clause 1 subclause A related with abolition, alteration, remission of taxes. Right? Next, detailing imposition, abolition, remission, alteration or regulation of taxes. Taxes, any kind of tax, whether it is direct or indirect, proposed in the budget, and it is always related with, always presented along with budget every year. Next, accompanied by a memorandum explaining the provision included in it. Explaining the provision, for example, generally I told you that it introduces new tax slabs every year. Again, it can be introduced in the Lok Sabha only. As already I told you, finance bill is also a money bill. Right? That's why as money bill is, or money bill can be introduced only in Lok Sabha, in the same manner finance bill can be introduced only in the Lok Sabha. Right? And usually a money bill. Already I told you. Next, always part of budget. I have told you. It legalizes income side of budget, right? Income side of budget. For example, tax. What is tax? It is income for the, or you can say, what is tax? In simple terms, it is the most significant source of revenue for the government. So it is the income side of budget, right? Completes the process of the enactment of budget. Simple. When finance bill is passed and gets the assent of the president, it becomes finance act. For example, this year's finance bill has become or will become finance act 2025. It is subjected to all conditions applicable to a money bill. Applicable to all conditions. All conditions means, what are the conditions for money bill? First, it requires prior recommendation of the president before introduction. Second, it can be introduced only in the Lok Sabha. And third, a money bill requires the certification of the Lok Sabha speaker. So all conditions should be fulfilled in case of finance bill. What is to be fulfilled in case of a money bill, right? Next, already I told you that is the finance bill a financial bill? Obviously, as finance bill is also a money bill, and money bill comes under the ambit of financial bill. That's why finance bill is also a financial bill. Already I have told you, right? Example, finance bill. Already I have given example. Don't waste your time, right? Now we will see the difference between money bill, financial bill category 1 or A, and financial bill category 2, right? So have a quick look. Money bill, obviously, provision has been given under article 110 clause A and from subclause A to F. Financial bill category 1 under article 117 clause 1. Financial bill category 2 or category B under article 117 clause 3. Simple, right? And already I have told you that it exclusively deals with matter listed under article 110 clause 1 subclause A to F. Financial bill category 1, already I told you, it is what? Money bill plus any other matter. Any other matter means, beside all these 6 subclause, if you add any matter to the money bill, it will become finance bill category 1 or category A. Simple, right? That's why I have written money bill plus any plus other matters. Next, bill involving financial bill category 2. I told you that bill involving expenditure from consolidated fund of India but not qualifying as a money bill. For example, launching a new scheme. The government, for example, this year in the budget, the government has launched PM Dhan Dhanya Krishi Yojana. So what is it? It is a scheme, and it will increase the expenditure of or expenditure from consolidated fund of India, but it is not a money bill. Then it will come under the definition of finance bill category 2. Simple. Next, here money bill and financial bill have similarity regarding introduction, means both can be introduced only in Lok Sabha. Money bill and financial bill category 1 both can be introduced only in the Lok Sabha, but as I told you, financial bill category 2 is treated as ordinary bill. That's why it can be introduced only, means whether it is Lok Sabha or Rajya Sabha. Again I am repeating, money bill and financial bill category 1 can be introduced only in the Lok Sabha. Financial bill category 2 or category B is treated as ordinary bill. That's why it can be introduced either in Lok Sabha or Rajya Sabha. Simple. Next, they both have also similarity regarding president's recommendation. Means money bill and financial bill category 1 requires prior recommendation of the president before introduction. But as financial bill category 2 is treated as ordinary bill, it does not require, means no prior recommendation of the president is required. Now, in case of money bill, Lok Sabha is more powerful as comparison to Rajya Sabha, right? Here, financial bill category 1 and category 2 are similar, means Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha have equal powers in case of financial bill category 1 and category 2. Next, in case of money bill, no joint sitting is allowed. because no chance of deadlock. Rajya Sabha is simply a delaying chamber, right? Whether it passes the bill or not hardly matters. Again, in case of financial bill category 1 and category 2, there is provision of joint sitting. Next, President can here, if the bill is passed, right, then the President, in case of money bill, I am writing money bill, the President can give his assent, right, or withhold his assent, but cannot return the money bill. Right? You should remember that if the question comes that the President can return the money bill, your answer should be no. Only he can withhold his assent or give his assent, but cannot withhold the bill means he can use his veto power, but cannot return the bill. But in case of finance bill category 1 or finance bill category 2, right, the President has all the options. All the options means he can give his assent, he can withhold the bill, or he can return the bill for reconsideration. Again, in case of financial bill category 2, he can give his assent, he can withhold the bill, or he can return the bill for reconsideration. So this was all about the differences between money bill, financial bill category 1 and category 2. Right. In this lecture, we have discussed very important concept, and I hope from today, after watching this lecture, your each and every kind of doubt regarding money bill or finance bill or financial bill have cleared now. Right. We will meet in another lecture. Till then, thank you.